Good evening, everybody. Back to do dish number 23 on the Last Supper Facebook page. I've had a lot of requests to do a risotto, so I'm going to do a simple pea and parmesan risotto. I'm going to serve that with a Welsh rack of lamb, some mint, some olive oil. Really simple. I'm going to do it quite slow because I've done it 1,000 times, so I'm conscious I try to not make it fly past and you don't pick anything up. So the first thing I'm going to do is start your risotto. So just hit the frying pan with some olive oil. First thing you add, just light olive oil. Then you want a shallot. So I'm making this for two. So just finely chop half a shallot. That's plenty. Next thing you're going to add is a bit of garlic. So half a clove of garlic. So just crush it, chop it, any way you like. Now normally I would add a little bit of leek to this dish as well, but I don't have any leek, so I'm just going to use a little bit of celery, so I'm just going to add a little bit of leek. That's all you need. So into your onion with your leek and garlic. So you don't want any colour in it, just soften it. As I say, this is only for two people, so the main flavour you want from this dish is the parmesan, the peas, the sweetness from the peas, the basil and the mint to go with the lamb. Okay, so once that's softened, stick in a glass of white wine. Just turn your heat up to evaporate that. So while that's evaporating, I'm going to go to your lamb. So this is a Welsh rack of lamb. Now to try and get this video done in a decent time, I've actually had this sitting in the oven at 58 degrees for about an hour. So it's as good as cooked. You can actually eat this as it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some colour on it. So again, frying pan, a little bit of oil. A little bit of salt. Skin side down. Into your frying pan and put a bit of colour on it. Straight away, you'll start to see this, it'll start browning. And just move it about the frying pan to make sure it's seared on all sides. There you go, that's what you want. As risotto dishes go, this is definitely the easiest one you'll come across, so have a go at it. So the wine's evaporating well. The lamb's got the desired colour I want. Seal the ends. Back in your pan. A wedge of butter into your pan. Great for flavour. And just drop this over your lamb. quite straightforward. So back into the oven, I'll put the heat up to 140. So we'll give that 5 minutes. Meanwhile, back to your risotto. Down she comes. Right, so you want a good 250 grams of Parmesan cheese for this. And just grate it in a microplane if you've got one. If you've not, go and get one. Cost you a £5. And just grate it as fine as you can. So that's what you want. Really fine Parmesan, which will melt and dissolve into the dish a lot quicker. Beautiful. Right, so you want to evaporate the milk, sorry, the wine away completely, and then you're going to add your rice. So this is carnaroli, which for me is the best. It takes a little bit longer to cook, but it's the best one. So I'm going to put about 300 grams in here. The other main ingredient is just frozen peas. So you just want a handful of frozen peas. Just run them under a hot tap and they'll soften. They can right at the end. So before you start all this, get it prepared, get it ready, get it going, but also get a pot of stock on the go, vegetable stock, chicken stock. This is basically 500 ml of chicken stock and 500 ml of boiled water, so it's a litre of stock. This is coming down. So your wine's almost gone. So white wine, Noilly Prat, vermouth, any spirit, just imparts a nice flavour. And of course sets them aside for a slop. Cheers guys. So that's the wine almost gone. So it's not quite gone, but we're going to get in with the rice and just, that's enough for two. That's about 300 grams. And you start coating the rice. You can add the rice first, get a bit of colour on it, then throw in the wine. It makes no difference. Right, so fry off your wine, sorry, your rice until it's translucent, so it goes a more brighter white colour. Right, so we're just about there. So then, in with your stock. Just fire your stock in, 1–1.5 ladle spoons at a time. Just cook it through, let it evaporate. So this should take about 10 minutes. I'm going to try and do it in 8, but just by putting the heat up a little bit. Keep your eyes on the lamp. 2 minutes and that'll be out of the oven. That's it going, that's it evaporated already. And with more stock. So when you're doing risotto, it can be it's a little bit hit and miss, but always get your kettle boiled so there's boiling water in the kettle. And if you start running out of stock before it gets cooked properly, just add some boiled water. So that's coming on fine. Another wee slurp. I had so many slurps at the weekend I couldn't put the paella video up. So I need to cook, then have a glass of wine later on. It's coming on. Right, back to the lamb. So with food, it's all about touch. Yeah. So this has basically had an hour in the oven at 58 degrees centigrade. A couple of minutes in the frying pan just to colour it, and then maybe 3 or 4 minutes at 140, and I guarantee this will be perfect. Just take it out of the frying pan because you want it to rest. So we're going to serve this dish finished tonight so you can see what it looks like. So back into your risotto. That's her ready for more stock. Just keep topping it up, give it a good start. Some people tell you to keep moving your rice and keep shaking the pan and breaking up the starch. You know, I'm not so sure it's that important. You'll see some chefs cooking it and they're like really vigorous with the shake the rice and stir in the frying pan. I think it does makes a little bit of a difference, but yeah, don't get too hung up on it. Just keep cooking it away. Oil done. There's not a lot to this, so it's actually quite hard to fill in the video with interesting information, but when you finish the risotto, most people finish a risotto, they'll finish it with either butter or creme fraiche or just double cream to try and enrich the sauce. And we'll probably do the same here, but I'm going to use a little bit of soft low fat cream cheese because there's virtually no flavour to it, so it's not going to interfere with the Parmesan. But it does make it makes it visually look a lot nicer, a lot creamier. So this is almost there. Another few minutes. But it ain't hard. You can all do this, no problem at all. And again, I've said it before, all the folk who say they don't like Parmesan cheese, they're mental. Probably one of the greatest things Italy's ever given us. And when she comes, yeah, it's got a few minutes to go yet. Any more stock? Keep moving it around. Right, so back to the lamb. Right, because it's been in the oven at 58 degrees for an hour, you can rest it for a shorter period of time and it's not going to leak and bleed all over your rice. If you fried it and then put it in a hot oven and didn't rest it long enough, it would leak and bleed into your dish. And you'll see when I chop it up here. So just get in between the bones and just chop it into cutlets. Now that's about halfway along. You can see it's still pink in the middle. It's not dripping of blood or the juices are staying inside the actual piece of lamb. So these are going to sit on top of the risotto. So I'm chopping them up just to let you see what they look like, but ordinarily I would leave this to the very, very last minute. Perfect. They're all perfect. They taste amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'll just put these in a plate warmer. Wow, that's fantastic. Quite washed down. Right, back to your rice. Give it another stir. It's all evaporated again, so I'll add more stock. Just do it in stages and don't be scared of it. And again, like every other video that I've posted up on the channel, get yourself organised, get everything done in front of you, and take it easy. Yeah, 1 minute. Now, you want a little bite in your rice. I think one of the main tips you get from Italians is just take one piece of rice on your finger and just press it, and if it starts breaking up into little pieces, you're just about there. But you don't want it like soft like boiled rice before you actually stop cooking. You want to stop cooking before it gets to there. So we're almost there. So I'll just put the heat up a little bit to try and speed it up. You probably all lost interest by now. Give me a bit more stock. And again, you get into so many Italian restaurants, and you get a gloopy, thick risotto, and it's just horrid. It's fucking horrid. Excuse my French. You want risotto to be loose and to fall on the plate. So that's another tip to try and keep in mind. Try and leave a little bit of your stock, just in case it does go a little bit too thick. You can just let it down with some stock. So we're going to do this to a finish. So we're almost there. Try it again. Literally 30 seconds. So this should take 15 minutes. Lot of slop. Cheers, guys. Right, I'm going to turn the heat down and give me the Parmesan cheese. So I'm your Parmesan and I'm your peas. And you want your peas to stay green, so put them in at the end with your Parmesan. Just start stirring that around. You can just see it starting to look like a gorgeous risotto. So obviously lamb and mint sauce, classic. So this is just risotto, some fresh peas, a bit of mint and lamb, so ticks all the boxes. Okay, so that's good to go. So I'm going to take some mint. So there's about 10 leaves of mint here. I'm going to chop them up finely, avoiding your fingers. Not going there again. So it's not a lot, just a background note, a little bit of mint, fresh mint into your risotto. Just give it a stir round. Right, seasoning. Pinch of salt. Not too much, be careful. But you need to get the balance right. There's salt with the Parmesan. And then in with some white pepper. Not black pepper, white pepper. You don't want the speckles of black pepper through your risotto. That'll do it. So there you go. Almost done. Again, quick taste. Probably the last one. Done. Heat off. I say the last thing to add is just a teaspoonful of creme fraiche or butter, or but that's low fat, soft cream cheese. So the heat's off, so just mix that around. You'll see it changing the colour and the texture. Sorry if this has been a bit slow, but I've done that on purpose. Job done. So stick a lid in the pan for a minute or so, so it's off the heat. Get your plates ready. Get your lamb ready. Your serving spoon. Right, so I would leave this for 2 or 3 minutes to just relax, but not tonight. So into your bowl. Nice portion. Remember, risotto is quite filling, so don't overload your plate. You can always go back for more. So just give your plate a little shake. Take your rack of lamb cutlets. Just drop them in the middle of your plate. There you go. There you go. Perfect. A little bit of mint. So I'll upload the video. Pop up a picture. Try and say that with more wine in it. Bit more fresh mint, and finish off with a little drizzle of the finest olive oil. There you go. Peas, Parmesan, Welsh lamb and mint. Perfect. Have a go, guys. Thanks for watching.